What's up everybody, welcome back to another video within the Generative AI tool series, and in this video we'll be talking about Claude skills. This is a complete tutorial which will help you understand what skills basically are. How are they different from what we already know, and how do they fit in within the existing agentic AI ecosystem? We'll talk about how you can leverage Claude native skills and how you can build your own custom skills. So let's get started and let's find out what skills basically are. So before we begin, all the code snippets used in this video are listed right here in this GitHub repository, and you can find the link in the description below. So if you want to follow along with me, just make sure you read the README file and you're good to go. Up till now, if you wanted to associate a particular skill to a particular agent, it was very simple. All you had to do is dump everything within the system instructions, which wasn't scalable and it wasn't the best approach because sometimes it would get messy and really detail oriented. And these LLMs, when they tend to hallucinate, they might mess up to some aspect of that detail. So that's why skills provided by Anthropic are more modular capabilities that can extend a particular AI agent's functionality. And you'll understand by the end of this tutorial why I've used modular here, because skills can eventually scale and you can track the versions as well. So it really helps you package everything in a very nice and a neat manner. So in the Claude ecosystem, you start with a particular agent, which has access to a particular skill, and this skill can be decluttered into three pieces. The very first one is metadata, the second one is executable, and the third one is asset. So let's expand on these as well. So the metadata is about the instruction set of the skill, and it's more like the what part of the skill. Like what is the name of the skill? You can add a set of description over here. You can even add some few short prompts in here. Next we have executable, and this is where the magic happens. You can write your own Python code and package it alongside the instruction set. Let's say you want to have a very specific way of, creating documents or updating documents. So you can have your own set of templates. These can be images, these can be custom documents and whatnot. So Anthropic skills come with some pre-packaged skills, which include PDF processing, word processing, and even Excel processing or spreadsheet processing. So let's talk about an agentic scenario. So let's say we have an agent and this here is the brain unit of the whole thing. We provide it with some set of system instructions and we also specify the model in here. Next, we also know that there's a thing called MCP, which is more like, a middle layer which connects agents to external services or even raw data. Then we have tools, which are more like utilities that these agents can use to perform a specific action. And the fun part is that the agents don't directly talk to MCP servers. They use tools to do the talking. So with skills in place, now agents have a recipe of accomplishing or conducting a particular task. These skills can also orchestrate tools to get work done. For example, you can leverage code execution tools, file handling tools, and whatnot. And you can also eventually talk to different MCP servers through them. And while they do that, skills also have their own executables in place. So they would run those executables separately and they can orchestrate tools separately. So now you can see how skills basically sit in the middle of the whole agentic ecosystem. It has its own executable and it can also leverage agentic tools to get the job done. And also it has access to the outside world through MCP endpoints that the agent possesses. So it's kind of cool, isn't it? Alright, so let's get started. This is the very first code snippet I want to talk about, and it's also the most simplest one because it's just about, listing the existing Claude native skills. The skills that Claude is shipped with, or the skills that are by default available within the Claude ecosystem. The question is where you can find these skills. So if you have access to Claude console, and I'm assuming you do because this is where you create the API keys for your Anthropic APIs. So in this section, you'll find skills subsection over here. And these are some of the existing skills that you can find. So Excel spreadsheet handler, PowerPoint suite, PDF processing, and Word document handler. And so these are basically the by default skills that Claude comes with. Coming back to our code, let's quickly walk through it. We are importing a few packages. This is the main package, obviously, if you're going to use Anthropic API, so you need Anthropic package. You have .env. This is just about loading your environment variable, which are listed over here. This here has my API key. And import OS, which is for, file handling and stuff. So we initialize our .env package by using load.env. Then we create a client. This is where we use our API key to initialize our Anthropic client. Then we use client.beta.skills list, and the source is Anthropic. And we have some predefined beta strings over here. So for skills, this is by default, this is the latest version that you can use. So you can trust me with this. And once we get the skills data, we're just, listing it right here. So let's go and run this thing, which is python3.m. Have to start the virtual environment. So this command actually creates it. Then I have to activate it. Pretty simple stuff. Then I need to install these packages. So let's wait for it. All right, we're good to go. Now let's run Anthropic 01 Anthropic skills. And there we go. We have XLX, PPT, PDF, and doc. These are the skills that we just read off from their console. So that's what it does. It's pretty simple. Let's move on to the next code snippet. All right, so this one is interesting. We have our standard imports. You know what is happening over here. We're creating a client over here. And this is where we're using client, beta, messages, and we're creating a message. So I'm using Claude Opus 4.6. I have a max token limit over here. As I stated before, we have certain strings which are predefined to, some of the existing initializers for a particular tool. For example, I'm using code execution over here. So I'm using, code execution's latest version. So this is more like an identifier string. So that's what you need to remember. Same for skills. And the container section is relatively new within the, create object, because here you can tell Claude or Anthropic's API to limit particular skills. For example, in this case, I'm limiting Anthropic APIs to docx skills. So whatever I'm sending in as a message, I'm telling Claude that, okay, you just have to utilize docx particular string because this message is about it. So my message is write a one-page report on how you can prevent global warming. And another thing is that whenever you're using skills, code execution is a prerequisite. Without code execution, the tool code execution, you cannot execute skills, because just like we had a little introduction where I introduced that skills has its own executable. So in this particular case, docx skill also has its own executable, which can only run if you have code execution turned on. So that's a little bit of a detail here. So yeah, let's go ahead and run this. So let's clear everything up. Python 02, and there we go. All right, so we have a reply from our Claude API, and it's a big bunch of text right here. So what you see is more like a raw format of a docx file. So that's what we asked Claude to create, a docx file explaining global warming. So this is a file. Now the question is how to access this file. So yes, you can download it programmatically, and you can also access it within the Claude console. So if you want to do it through Claude console, above the skills section, you'll also see a file section. So just go ahead and click it, and you'll see all the list of files that have been created. So I created this yesterday, and this one's a more recent one. So let's go ahead and download it. So there we go. And let's find our docx file. It's right here. There we go. Not so bad. We have some formatting intact. So this is what you get right here. So the skill that we assigned was a docx skill, and I think it did a pretty good job right here. But if you want to do it programmatically, you can actually use the code snippet that I'm showing you right here. So in this code snippet, our response is being traversed, and it's being checked that whether a tool was used, and whether that tool, if it was used, it was code execution. So remember, whenever a skill is executed, it is executed through code execution tool. So we're fetching out our file ID right here, And once we have a file ID, we can just use this following code here to download it. So that's pretty much it. That's how you can leverage the Claude native skills in altering your files, updating your files, or even creating new files. All right, so up till now, we've talked about how you can leverage Claude native skills. But what if you want a more customizable experience out of Claude API, or you want a more customizable experience with your agents? So that's where Claude custom skills come in. So how many times it happens that you want a specific behavior out of your agent and it fails to deliver? Because most of the times, whenever we want to deviate the behavior of our agent, we have to add system instructions. Hey, I want you to do this. I want you to do this. And LLMs tend to hallucinate and they might miss out on details. And that's where custom skills come in. So in this example, I'm going to teach you how you can package these skills. But firstly, how to create a skill. So here I have a folder of spell checker, skill.md. This acts as my skill instructions or skill metadata. It has a name, it has a description, correct spelling and grammar in a text document. And I have some instructions in place when to use when the user asks to correct spellings or provides you a document for proofreading. I have some detailed instructions here and an example. All right, so let's start from the top. I'm importing a few setup packages here, and amongst those I have JSON. If you want to return a response as JSON, obviously you need a JSON package. The sys package is more like it's pretty synonymous with Python whenever you want to use system level commands or directory level commands or whatnot. I have installed a new package. This is a language tool Python, and I'm initializing this tool with the US version of English. So this is where the magic happens. I've written this small method which basically checks the spelling and grammar and provides me with a corrected response. Then I have my main method which sort of reads the input that we need to process, and it calls check text and it returns the output in this particular fashion. So pretty simple stuff. So this is my very lean checker.py file. So this here is a skill. Now, how I can basically integrate it within Claude, I cannot just, ask Claude to access it right away or just to run checker.py just like that. I have to package it. And when I say package it, there are two ways you can do it. You can do it programmatically, and the for snippet here basically does that. So you know the drill up till here. So let's talk about this here. I'm using client beta skills.create, and I'm providing it a display title, which is spell checker, and I have to provide it with a list of files. So in this case, I'm providing skill.md as an instruction. I'm stating that it's a markdown file, and then I'm providing my checker.py, which is a Python file. Again, I have to state the betas or custom headers for skills. So we've talked about this previously. So and then whenever you create a skill, you are given an ID which you need to save, or you have to keep track of it because you have to provide that ID in whatever API call you make in the future. And so this is how you can do it programmatically, but there's a simple way to do it. You can just sort of compress this particular folder, the spell checker folder, and you can come back to the console and you can add skill right here. You can just drop the zip folder here. So let's go ahead and create it programmatically because I already have that script written. So let's clear this whole thing here. Python 04 Anthropic custom skill. And once you run it, you'll get an ID. Since I already have it in place, so let me show you right here. This is my spell checker skill, which was added yesterday. And this here is the version history. So obviously, whenever you can even update these skills, and the version history would get updated on its own. Here, you'll see, skill underscore and, some digits and letters. So this is our ID, and this is the ID that we need to keep track of because we'll be using it in the very next code snippet. All right, so let's use the spell checker skill and put it to some good use. So I'm importing a few packages here, which we have been importing forever. So you guys know what is happening over here. Next, let's create a response. And I'm going to use Claude Sonnet for this. I'm allocating some max tokens. Again, I have my beta headers, and then I have the container object is back, and I'm restricting my skills to this particular skill ID. Let me paste it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the same. So it's of type custom, and the version is latest, so I don't have to copy the version ID and specify here. When I state latest, it's gonna pick the latest version itself by default. This one is important to make sure you are providing your skill ID here, and then you have message. So my message is, please fix the grammar in the sentence, and I have a problematic phrase right here. Then again, to execute the skill itself, you need the code execution tool, and the rest is pretty simple. You're just printing out the response. So let's go ahead and run this. Okay, so I got the response. So okay, this is going to be hard to read, but just bear with me. So it has a response in itself, the LLM, which just tells us that, hey, okay, I'm going to fix the grammar and spelling. Let me first check the spell checker skill for the best approach. So it's going to initiate the skill itself. Now, at the end of it, if you observe, it says, based on the spell checker skill, I'll correct the spelling errors in your sentence. The original one was the sentence has errors, and the sentence has errors. This was what we actually provided, this thing here. So it's been corrected, and we have the right kind of response from our spell checker skill. Isn't this cool? So obviously the possibilities are endless because you can make skill out of almost anything. So whatever you were providing as a custom instruction or a system set of instructions, you can convert those to skills. Now, this is even scalable. You can maintain the history of the skills. You can, for example, let's say you're using a third-party package and that changes. So you got to change the whole logic of your agent, which is, a lot. So why not just package that whole thing in a skill? Whenever something updates, you update that skill, and that's the only piece of code that you would touch. That's the best thing. I hope you got the gist of what skills are and how you can use it. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. We do a lot of generative AI tutorials. And yeah, if you have any question, drop it into the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video.